Hello students, this is Ms. Rebecca with the Reach for the Stars program at Longfellow Elementary. We are going to be doing another Girl Scouts activity, and this activity is going to be called Crack the Code. So let's continue on to the materials we need. So for today's activity, Crack the Code, we are going to need a sheet of paper, a pencil, some good listening ears, and thinking caps on. So let's go over today's agenda, May 28th, 2020. We are going to first recite the Girl Scout Promise and Law, read the objective for Crack the Code, decipher the code, and then give information on the individual. So let's first start with our Girl Scout Promise. So 3 fingers up. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. Now for the Girl Scout law. 3 fingers up. I will do my best to be honest and fair, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Awesome! So now for today's objective, Crack the Code, students will learn about famous women who took risks. So here is our first code. So as you see, there are dashes above numbers, and each number will correspond to a letter. And that grid is shown just beneath it. So this is where your pencil and paper comes in handy. What I'd like you to do is pause the screen. You're going to look at each number and see which letter it matches up with. So for the first one, the first number is 1. And if you look in the bottom, 1 is equal to A. So over the number 1, you would put A. So let's pause the screen now and let's decipher this code. All right, I hope you have a name now, and let's see if you got it correct. Amelia Earhart, that is the name that you should have gotten when deciphering that code. Now, Amelia Earhart, she was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. She wanted to show what they could do, that they can do anything they put their mind to. So this is our first woman who took a risk. Let's continue on to code number 2. So again, same thing. There are numbers that correspond to letters, and you have to figure out and crack the code. So pause the screen, use your pencil and your paper, and let's see what name you come up with. Okay, I hope you have our next female person here, and let's see if you're correct. Rosa Parks. Now this is a picture of lovely Rosa Parks, and can anybody tell me who's behind her? Martin Luther King Jr. Yes. So in 1955, she refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man. This brave action led to similar nonviolent protests across the United States fighting for equal rights for all African Americans. So here we are with our second brave, famous woman who took a risk. Now our third and last code. Pause the screen and let's see what you come up with. Okay, are you ready? Malala. Now this young lady is very special. She is the youngest person to win a Nobel Peace Prize, and she stands up for the right for every young girl around the world to have the opportunity to education. Now, how important is that? That's amazing. So that's pretty much it for today's activity. I hope you had fun deciphering some codes, and I hope you learned about a few women who took risks, and I hope this encourages you to take some risks of your own for the betterment of your community. So have a great weekend, and I hope you come back next week for another Girl Scouts activity.